Hey you guys, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I am driving, so I won't look at you as much. Sometimes when I'm driving in the car without a child, that is the only time I have that it's quiet. So, trying to take advantage of it. But today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about setting goals and getting results. We are coming up to the first of the year, and I feel like there's a few parties. There's like the hardcore New Year's resolutioner, and then there's the party that claims that they don't believe in New Year's resolutions. And personally, I believe the party that says they don't believe in New Year's resolution is New Year's resolutions is the party that has tried it and failed multiple times, and they're tired of failing. And so instead of talking nutrition this week, this is what we're going to talk about. But I have a couple thoughts on it, and I think there's a couple approaches to setting goals and getting results. And it's interesting because we all want to see big results, and most of us want to see big results without making big changes. And that is really not possible if you're gonna do it healthfully, if you're gonna do it sustainably. Of course, we can all go on the cabbage soup diet and lose 15 pounds in 2 days and whatever, but you can't live on cabbage soup, right? And we all have to live. We all have to keep going day by day. So I think what I want to say is, as you're starting to think towards the beginning of the year and maybe what your goals are or your aspirations are for 2018, I want you to think about two things. I want you to think about if you're someone that is highly driven by results, then maybe it is time to make big changes. Maybe it's time to make some big commitments and do it, because it works when you do it. If you're someone who is already feeling pretty overloaded by life and you just can't even imagine making a ton of big changes right now, maybe you're someone that needs to set monthly or 21-day goals and build on it. Get those goals established and move on to the next one. And so I want to support you both ways, or either way, whichever way you decide. But if you are one of the people that wants to see big results and you're willing to make big changes, then let me tell you this, that if you choose one workout program on the Beachbody On Demand and you follow the nutrition portion containers and apply the nutrition that I've taught you on Wisdom Wednesday, it will work. You will begin to see results. I don't doubt it at all. It has worked for everyone that has committed to it. So if you feel like you could use some motivation and some driving and results are going to push you there, then I would highly encourage you to do that and set it for, set your goal for 21 days. And we will start, new fresh groups in January, and there's actually a really phenomenal program coming out in January called 80-Day Obsession, but I'll address that another time. But if that's you, let that be you, and go for it. Take the risk, because ultimately, if you know you're moved by results, then you need to make some big changes. Now, if you are someone who's like, okay, I want this to be sustainable. I want this to be, I want to work it into my current lifestyle, because I actually feel pretty good about my current lifestyle, but I want to make it healthier. Then the perspective that I would suggest, or what I would say, is every 21 days for 2018, pick a new goal. Something, and it can be adding to your life, or it can be taking from your life. And what I mean by taking is like, I'm not eating sugar for 21 days or whatever. But for me, one of the approaches I took 3 or 4 years ago that I found crazy helpful was when it came to the first of the year and New Year's resolutions. I just felt like it was such a negative experience. Like all these people are like, oh, I'm going to cut out all carbs, or I'm going to cut out all sugar. It was always like taking something out. It was removing something. And I thought, okay, sometimes to me, when I remove something completely or I take something out completely, I get, I start to feel bound, and it's like that's the only thing I want because that's what I've taken out. And so I decided about 3 years ago, I was like, okay, what can I add in? What can I do differently or change that, that feels more like an addition to my life than a subtraction? And it just, for me, it created a positive experience around it. So 3 years ago, I added in drinking 16 ounces of water with lemon in it before I do anything else when I start my day. It was that simple. It was a small step. And I still do that 3 years later because it was a simple, small, tangible step. It was an addition that didn't take any time at all, and it made me feel better. When I miss a morning without my lemon water, I feel dry and parched, and it could all be in my head, who knows, but it has been better for me. I drink more water. And so your goals could be as simple as that. You could say, January, I'm starting with lemon water every day. And then in February, you keep your lemon water and you decide that you're going to eat 2 cups of green vegetables more every day. And you keep adding on these positive habits that you solidify over 21 days, and you are going to see changes. Now, the changes with the second approach of adding a goal every 21 days are going to be so subtle, and you actually may not really notice a difference because your body adjusts slowly. There's no major tangible effects. You're not going to lose 5 pounds in 21 days. You might lose 5 pounds in 6 months because of the changes you've made. So it's 2 different approaches. Personally, I think both are completely successful. But I think it comes down to knowing what you need. So for me, to get really motivated and to get moving, I have to do the 21-day, I'm committed, I'm all in approach, with the caveat that failure is okay. You know, so you miss a day or you fall off the bandwagon for 2 days, like, you get back on. This is what I committed for 21 days, and I'm gonna do it. My husband, on the other hand, works really well with the other system. He can start to add in a few small goals, and he will stick with them because they feel tangible. So for example, a couple months ago, gosh, it's been longer than that now, it's probably been 6 or 7 months ago, he added in 5 yoga poses that he does 3 or 4 times a week, and he's still doing it. Like, this is someone that totally pushed yoga away and was like, I can't do that, I'm never doing that, and he is still doing it because it was small and it was tangible, it didn't take a lot of time, and he's so much better for it. Like, he tells me weekly how much better he feels when he does his yoga poses. So I want you guys to think about these 2 ideas and these 2 ways of creating a healthy lifestyle, and I want you to comment below and tell me what your goals are for 2018, how you're going to get there, and how I can help you do that. So I am here as your coach to help you go to the next level. So I am happy to set reminders in my email that says email you once a week to say, hey, are you drinking your water? Are you getting your workouts in? Like, I am here to coach you. I'm here to take you up to the next level with accountability. And so some of you may have a quieter Christmas break and have time to really think about this and think about where you want to go with it. Some of you may have to wait till the first of the year to think about it. But either way, I want you to think about it, and I want you to comment below what approach you want to take, because like I said, I think both can be extremely successful based on your personality and where you are at in life today. And so again, I want you to think about it, use wisdom, and truly embrace where you are. So maybe you're someone that wants big results, but you really don't have capacity to make some big changes, and that's okay. Start small. You guys, this is a journey. You are on a year-long journey with me, and we don't have to change the world in 21 days, but we can if you want to. So yeah, I hope these two approaches help you. I hope they give you two different perspectives, two different approaches to setting goals and getting results. And I cannot help you if you do not communicate with me. So I ask you every week to turn in your stats. For those of you that have been doing it, you know I email you back. And you know that I respond and I try and give you tips or tricks that can adjust where you're struggling. For those of you that aren't, you're not getting that. You're not getting the coaching you paid for. So anyway, a little bit of tough love, a little bit of perspective change. And honestly, this can be, I'm trying to get this within 15 minutes so I don't have to split it because of YouTube, but this can be, your goals can be personal development too. Maybe you want to read a book a month and that's your goal for January. And then you add water in February, like whatever. Like, we are talking whole person improvement, because honestly, if you do some self-improvement, you will get healthier emotionally, physically. You can eat the healthiest foods, but if you're not emotionally healthy, you're still gonna look like you're eating sugar every day. So I want to support you. I want to help you. Comment below your goals, your approach, and how I can help you. And if you're not comfortable with sharing all those things with the group, which I encourage you to be vulnerable, but if you're not comfortable sharing those things with the group, then please email me, and we can just do it together. So there you have it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'm super proud of you. I'm proud of you for sticking with it this far and for showing up on the days that are hard, and for just showing up and saying, hey, I'm failing. Because you're not really failing, you're learning. Just because you didn't accomplish what you thought you were going to accomplish doesn't mean you failed. I suppose the only way it means you have failed is if you don't take the time to learn from it. So anyway, again, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Hope this was helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing your comments.